All right. Our first match of the day is going to be It's Pronounced something versus I'd be more than happy to do that. Thanks so much for letting me know. Tuesday the 5th. In any case, our first match of the day is going to be It's Pronounced GIF versus Dayzed and Confused. And we will be figuring out which cabinet each of those players are going to be on. Oh, yeah, right on. It is very cozy up here. All right, we've got some broadcasters coming up in order to hopefully commentate this match today.
This is the most terrifying
cave
I've ever seen in my entire life.
It is very comfy.
It's cozy, yeah. As a real estate agent would say. Hello,
yes.
Good, well.
We are here. I have to lower the volume of the mic just a little bit. I was told that it's a little loud, so let's bring it right down there.
It's unfortunate with these kinds of mics because they pick up everything.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, stream. They don't shell out the big bucks for Wildcard these days.
All right, we are getting into the game right now. Do you know which team is which?
I have no idea.
Okay, right on.
Almost any of these players are.
Hey, Brian. Brian, which team is which?
It's pronounced
GIF versus Dayzed and Confused.
It's pronounced GIF.
Right on. Thank you. All right, we've got Dayzed and Confused on blue. We're going to go ahead and switch that over right there as we get into day map for the first match.
A great surprise pick from Czechs, putting gold in an early lead. Up one warrior. Let's see if they can capitalize. This might also be warm-up. Do they have warm-ups in this?
I would make the assumption that this is warm-up. Looking at blue stripes there on the left, looks like they're kind of goofing around. So.
All right. That's fair.
I think we've got warm-ups right now.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, everything is great and there's no lag whatsoever. So no one is adjusting to anything at all.
Is the TV still kind of finicky?
So,
yeah, Dayzed and Confused is on blue.
We should pull up our phones with our.
I mean, I've got the challenge here, but
we need the names of the teams.
Got it. Thank you.
All right, I can look it up. So we've got.
Oh yeah. If you want.
Dayzed and Confused. Oh, I see. That's the tiniest font I've ever seen.
It is, very much so. They were saying they were going to bring over a light, but unfortunately it didn't work out.
We can use our cell phones. We can improvise. We are casters extraordinaire.
We are gamers.
We
think on the fly. How's your day going?
It's going well.
Yeah.
Up early. First wildcard bracket I've ever been in.
Okay.
And it is very exciting.
Yeah. Fighting your way through.
Yeah, fighting for our tournament lives here in this single elim. We'll see. It's going to be difficult, but I think everyone's on the same playing field with the amount of input lag and issues that we've been having.
Okay.
So hopefully it'll work out in our favor, but we'll see.
My fingers and toes are crossed for you.
Thank you. All right, yeah, let's talk about these teams.
Do you know where each team is from? I know.
No idea.
I'm sorry?
You're Aaron, right?
Yeah.
You're on deck.
Okay, right on.
That's cool if you can play. We're not.
We just need a stream tech. I was told that a stream tech would come over.
Hey, Thomas, can you show them how to do it in 30 seconds?
Yeah.
Right on. So you're going to update the scores whenever that happens.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're going to come here. You could leave this as is, but you're welcome to switch between scenes.
Okay.
Otherwise,
and you can change the names and stuff.
Yep, we've got the team names here, and then we're going to go 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, and hit 5 for an instant replay. If you hit 5 for an instant replay, you have to go back to the main game scene.
Got it. Sorry. So 1, 2, 3 is for what?
Is for score. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, got it. Up and down
and
on both sides.
Gold side as well.
And 5 for the instant replay. Okay, got it.
Behind you is Bueno. He can help. He's in this pool. As long as you guys aren't playing each other, you can cover this.
Great. I won't be left alone. All right, Dayzed and Confused, the Austin team here, representing the heart of Texas. The blueberry in the strawberry pudding versus It's Pronounced GIF, which I will say differently every time.
So this is now working.
It's Pronounced GIF, mostly a Minneapolis team with one SF team. Could be San Francisco. I think SFL is South Florida, so it's probably a San Francisco player. Sorry. Okay. Oops. Okay. Bueno actively trying to sabotage the stream.
No.
Because, you know, I'd love to talk about the game, but I literally can't see anything. Oh, great. Ah, there we are. Oh, a great J-Dive Blue taking this huge early lead. Austin with an incredible showing. Dazed and Confused with a tight gate control. These warriors slowing down this queen at every turn. This is going to be quite difficult, and the queen just barely misses that feint and gets taken out. So that is one win for Dazed and Confused. An excellent, excellent play there. Really good stuff. Austin with a strong showing. I think this whole tournament has been full of up-and-coming teams, you know, scenes that may not have traditionally been on the map, becoming amazing and finally getting their names out there. And Wildcard will be full of these sorts of things, I'm sure. I'm hoping to see some wild upsets. Alright, opting to go to Dusk Map. Interesting choice. Presumably they think their berries are quite strong. Blue team also running berries. About even. Blue team missing that jump though, only getting 3 top berries in, now even. Military control, I think a little bit better for blue. The warriors just making themselves very valuable. And that missed jump is going to be pretty hard to come back from, especially if blue makes his last top berry in, which they did. Excellent berry running from blue, excellent warrioring from blue. Gold struggling to come back into this. It's going to be quite hard. Unfortunately, queen is now in the horrible position of having to hold a gate and also desperately ledge guard the last 5 berries. All low berries. This is going to be quite difficult. At this point in the game, I would likely recommend that gold just run all the berries they possibly can, with gold queen desperately trying to hold those last 3, but this is going to be a really hard game to come back from for gold. And there's unfortunately not much else to say about it. Another great win. Sorry about all the noise if that's what you're hearing. It's Wildcard. It's not the highest priority apparently. We love you all. You've done a great job putting this tournament together. Dylan and Javen and Felix and fucking everybody. Oh, nice friendly stream. I will say, without a co-caster, it is a lot more awkward to announce stuff. But you know, for you lovely folks at home watching this game, I will happily do that. All right, match point here, and tournament life for It's Pronounced GIF. GIF obviously being pronounced GIF, but you know, spelling it that way makes it GIF. Both teams itching to start the game. Night map. Let's see if they both opt for that same berry strats. Ledge guarding a little bit stronger from blue on Dusk. Let's see if it translates to night. Both queens opening center. Oh, close to an early kill. Oh, and manages to go in again. Yeah, I would recommend if any queen manages to accidentally escape with their life after a play like that, just leave. Don't ever go back for seconds. I tell warriors that all the time. Never go back for seconds. Re-engage from a much better position. Because Nick and Josh, they reached into the game and gave you a second life. You shouldn't look that gift horse in the mouth. Great kill from gold though. Queen lives even. Berries being run really well for blue. Great turnaround for gold. Queen almost dying, but bounces that speed warrior instead. Really good work there. Halfway for blueberries. Only 4 in for gold. Not an unbeatable lead so far, but this ledge guard is really going to have to put the team on his back right now for gold. If these berries keep flowing in, it's going to be a really, really difficult game. Oh, and unfortunately not at the ceiling. Blue checks making quick work of that speed ledge. Opening up that hive, 3 berries remain. Hunting the queen. Queen just unfortunately not able to stabilize. That's really, really hard to look at. Oh, let's see if he goes for the cheeky queen kill or the berry. Trying to push. Oh, chases, gets punished. A little cocky there. Great play from blue. With that third win for Dayzed and Confused. Thank you so much for coming out. It's Pronounced GIF. You'll be missed. All right, up next, the Flying Snails. And since I have no idea where anyone is from, I literally cannot tell you anything more about them. But we will soon. It's Pronounced GIF. Dayzed and Confused, Flying Snails, Bees Nasty. I am a wee bit confused as to what the ordering of this is, and I've been left alone with no knowledge and no training, so I am going to just spitball here. And I'm going to ask someone, who is up next? Lev, who's next? After them.
Oh, after that, it's going to be the winner of who just won, which is, I've already forgotten the name.
Dayzed and Confused and Lil Chomp.
Yes.
Lil Chomp on blue?
We don't know yet. They have to rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, yes.
Playing immediately next is going to be Weebies Nasty versus
Flying Snails. Okay.
Flying Snails and Weebies Nasty. What are you doing? This is somebody's phone. I think it's Felix's.
Okay, I'll hang on to it. All right. Teams rock, paper, scissorsing.
Weebies Nasty
is on.
One guy.
Yeah. He's on gold. He's on blue. He's one guy?
Yeah. And they're not doing a warm up because it's
Yeah. And then Weebies Nasty versus the Flying Snails on gold. All right. There we go. All right. Weebies Nasty. Not sure what the story is here. Maybe we'll try to find out. Hey, Weebies Nasty! Why are you alone? Weebies Nasty, betrayed by his own teammates, all alone out here. Is this the new B-Bear Bandito? Playing against what I believe to be mostly a Seattle team, the Flying Snails. And I have to update the challenge as well. This is a lot of things for one person to do. Submit scores. All right, excellent. Up next, the Flying Snails versus Weebies Nasty, a team with a great name, but not great commitment. All right, no warm-up this time. We'll see if these bots can carry this man's dreams of making it out of Wildcard. A valiant effort, not just straight forfeiting. It has been done before, I will say. I'm pretty sure the cheers for B-Bear Bandito at BB1 when he won with an all-bot team was larger than the cheers for the national finals. Unfortunately, this is what makes this sort of difficult. All these warriors are here. 4 berries in. Ledge guarding drones sometimes quite difficult. They do always have the same path though. So maybe I shouldn't give this hint away while people are desperately fighting for their one-man lives, but last life for Weebies Nasty. You hate to see it, folks. You hate to see it. The snail is going in. And unfortunately, not much that you can do there. So that is 1 for the Flying Snails. This may be a very short wild card for Weebies Nasty. Great ledge guarding though. Wow, Weebies Nasty Queen, stopping almost all those berries. Really excellent work. One of the big advantages, little known advantages of running a one-man team is that you never have to hold gates. There's not really any point. Blue actually taking the lead on berries. This is a very exciting predicament here. Gold team trying to go for a 2-2 berry strat. It will likely work out for them, but maybe they should optimize a little against the one man. I think running a split strat is probably the best way to beat someone who's playing by themselves. I think there's almost no way for them to stop that. Oh, another kick in. Blue keeping up on these berries, ledge guarding, unfortunately, quite difficult against drones, against robots. The robots know your every move. They are insatiable, resilient. Gold Skulls sleeping a little bit there. Misses that kill. Misses being killed. 5 berries left for gold, and unfortunately, not even 5 berries run for the bot team. If only the bots could mix it up a little bit, but they're not meant to be great. They're just meant to be there. 4 berries left for gold, with floating berries every which way. Great ledge guarding from this queen. Kills the warrior, and managed to sneak away with his life from that speed warrior. Speed warrior maybe taking some pity on this poor man whose team has abandoned him. Maybe they didn't know about Wildcard today. Maybe they didn't know the time. Maybe they hated Killer Queen after yesterday, and they vowed never to play again, but no one told the queen. And I will say filling airtime in a game like this, very difficult. Oh, but Gold Queen on his last life. This is anyone's game. Oh, and unfortunately, a crowd heaving a dark sigh of sadness, of disappointment. Weeby's nasty. Tournament life. Let's see what they can do. A lot of cheers for Blue coming in. Bots traditionally having a lot of problems running top berries on this map. You know, this is actually quite interesting. I think as a commentator, you don't get to talk about bots very much. A great early queen kill. Bots running in the top berry, hitting that play. Really good work there. And riding the snail back right when it is needed. Really amazing. Almost a great kill. Oh boy. Wow. Gets the speed warrior, sneaks away with his life. I don't know if you all can hear this, but this crowd is going wild. This must be the new B-Bear Bandito. Snail, though, moving. This is going to be quite difficult. Queen having the hard job of having to defend and open up their hive. Queen opting to zone almost nothing, unfortunately. Yeah, hard choices make your focus quite split. And running your offense is very important, but when the snail is this close, there's not much else you can do. But let's give him a round of applause. Flying Snails winning 3-0.
Dayzed and Confused will be on blue.
Okay.
Little Chomp will be on gold.
Great. Dayzed and Confused on blue. Lil Chomp on gold. All right, next up is going to be Lakes on Mars. And berries are a choking hazard. All right. Lil Chomp, of course, well known and well regarded around the country. One of our great teams here. From San Francisco, Andy, Scott, Brian Lee, Dan. Everyone doing great. And then on the other side, Dayzed and Confused, a team that needs no introduction, the Austin team. Looks like teams opting for Daymap here, where I think the strong warriors of Lil Chomp, the experience, will likely do them well. We'll see if Austin can pull out some wins here. Looks like a warm-up game here. Everyone just trying to get used to all the idiosyncrasies of the cabinet. And this is probably one of the most overlooked tournament skills. I'm sure everyone knows about it, but no two cabs are the same. Everyone has a little weirdness that you have to adjust to, a little bit more latency, a little bit more, throw on the stick, or the gate might be different. Any of these little weird things that you may have to adjust to. And that's the importance of warm-up. Just working out all those bugs, making sure that your tech is looking crisp and clean. And I have my co-caster back, which is excellent.
What's going on? Nice to see you.
Hey.
Do you want to switch so that I'm at the computer?
Yes,
Okay,
absolutely. Mostly because that job is very hard. Whoa.
There's so many things to change and move.
Yeah, this stool is like the least stable thing I've ever sat on in my
On
entire
uneven
life.
ground?
Yes. This whole area makes me feel like I'm gonna fall backwards and like bust my face open. And I have no idea what to do. All right.
Perfect. There we go.
Yes, excellent. Everyone safe, stable, secure.
How did the first matches go?
First matches were great, very exciting. We had the second reincarnation of B-Bear Bandito. The Weebies,
Really?
one man, yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Unfortunately, his team just leaving.
Players are better now.
Yes.
That's a little harder to pull off nowadays.
Yes, I would absolutely agree with you. The game really has shifted. The entire meta has shifted towards these like excellent warriors. All right, this will be an exciting game. Lil Chomp, Seed 3, probably the team to beat in this bracket. So I'm sure everyone else who's in this wildcard bracket will be watching, trying to see if they can glean some knowledge.
This is San Francisco?
It is Andy's team from San Francisco.
Right on.
Quite strong, a lot of really strong warriors.
She's an excellent queen. I was able to take some time to play some sets with her on Friday.
Yeah.
And it was... She knows what she's doing. She's able to really find those spots, find those lanes, and she can sneak in and out of areas very easily.
Oh yes. Andy is very well regarded in our scene, and not just because she is sweet and incredibly talented and in a band, but because she has put so much work into this, right? She wants to win. She has put together this team, and she's practiced her heart out, and clearly the results are here, right?
You put your hours in, and you end up being an Andy.
Absolutely. Everyone could only hope to reach that level. Yeah, the epitome of what hard work can get you. Certainly.
And look at those jackets.
Really incredible costumes.
They're on gold team. They're wearing gold.
I will say I'm quite partial to Dan's with no sleeves. Dan on Andy's team, affectionately referred to as Dan Francisco.
Of course.
Yeah.
Smallest font ever.
It looks like Andy's team's ready to go.
Yeah, I believe they just got through warm-up, so...
Were you trying to read names?
Yeah. I took like a half second to look at the sheet that they gave us for names. And it was no bueno, no bueno.
No bueno. I love bueno. Bueno, one of the up-and-coming Portland queens. Oh, that's how you check the stream. I wasn't doing that at all.
No worries. I'm sure they were speaking of the highest regards to you.
You know, Twitch chat being...
Classic Twitch chat. Throw out your kappas, throw out your resident sleepers. Whatever gets you going.
Yeah. Dayzed and Confused, Phillips Jones, Brian Lucas, Leah Lucas, perhaps related, Richard Ochoa, and Josh Bird. And then having to navigate this Excel spreadsheet to find everyone else is quite difficult. Lil Chomp, of course we know Dan, Shup, Heather Davis, Andy Slobodian, Scott Wilkowitz, and Brian Lee, the famous, all of them. Everyone knows everyone.
Famous.
Yeah. Both teams taking their time to discuss, strategize, maybe psych the other team out by not tapping in.
I mean,
there's some advantage to the psychological warfare here.
It's kind of that you hang up first, I hang up first.
Yes.
And they just don't want to
delve
into the game.
You hang up first, I wiggle the stick a bunch and tap the button to make you annoyed. That classic
dance that you see so many drones do.
Yeah.
Moving left and right quickly.
Yes. Maybe they are working on something, actually.
Could be.
Oh,
there you go.
Lil Chomp with the team logo. Really good stuff there. Scott not wearing his signature helmet. Dayzed and Confused, wiggling his wrist, clapping his hands.
Getting those warm-ups going. What a beard.
It is quite an amazing beard.
I would give anything to have a beard like that.
Any? Literally anything?
Anything, yeah.
Anything.
Sell my soul, whatever needs to happen.
Wow. For a beard.
It's a nice beard.
It is a nice beard, I will say. All right, pretty standard opener. Blue team taking center gate advantage and then abandoning it for no reason.
It seems as if Blue Abs took a half second in order to get up on left side just to have that presence in the middle, but...
Yeah, unfortunately, I think getting out of center gate is probably the best thing to fight for on center open on day map. Having that position that lets you expand forward and get in behind the enemy team is just so valuable. You can start sort of zoning them back towards their own safe gate right away, and taking that map control early is super important, which is why we always, at least on my team, dedicate a bumper to center to try to make sure that center warrior comes up safely.
Makes sense, makes sense. We see Gold Snail out of tunnel now. They're going to continue pushing. They're going to try to fortress that bottom right gate as much as possible.
We'll see if that's what they do.
Blue team is going to try to sneak in here.
Yeah, blue team unfortunately at a disadvantage on warriors right now. Only one remaining. Gold, full force, all up there. All gates, almost all gates, tagged in Gold's favor.
Looks like they're trying to get a speed up, but I just want to see a vanilla get up as quick as possible in order to help this queen hold a gate.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but Andy is not going to let things like that go unpunished. And this team is certainly good enough to hold gate control like this. This is going to be quite a difficult battle for blue. Who are just going to hunt... Oh, sorry, for blue. Gold's just going to hunt these workers from below.
That's all they need to do as long as that snail's moving along with blue queen on her last life now.
Yeah, the nice thing about Snail being this close is that Gold literally has to do nothing to just win this game. Just go in there and punish blue as they come in and try. And unfortunately, actually, as I say that, Gold down to last, blue down to nothing.
They do have a speed warrior though. Blue is getting up a warrior on left side.
Yeah, this one big win could be exactly what blue needs. Unfortunately, Andy right behind this queen, preventing these gates from staying blue for long. Kills the warrior. Oh, that is not good. Blue
Looks
team
like
getting some inches.
In the wrap.
Unfortunately goes down. Yep, doesn't see that wrap pinch. Really strong move there from blue. Oh, sorry, from Gold. And now Gold, Snail moving in again. Blue warrior is going to try to break this, but they're already in a pincer. And like I said, all Gold has to do is sit there and punish blue warriors who drop too low to fight the snail, and it's going to be their game.
This blue queen is just going to have to poke her head out at some point.
Yeah.
And being on last life, that makes it rough.
Great play from checkers there, though, waiting at that gate for their queen, getting a warrior up, and now queen should probably be fighting in that snail, but is instead going for gates. This is really not good.
They're feeding now, but I just don't think that it's going to be enough because they have a warrior in that tunnel and they get the win with the snail.
Yeah, the queen, unfortunately, just letting that go for some reason.
Little Chomp taking game one. One more time.
The background of the score counters is missing.
Yeah, they are.
But it's fine as long as you have it. It sounds like you have it.
It's there. Yeah.
There's like
normally like a blank one.
Yeah, there's like 3 rectangles in there that are empty. Yeah, 3. You probably want the 6-point markers.
It's not coming up.
No, I guess something is messed up there. Oh well. Unnecessary. People know that these are best of 5s. You need to win 3 games. Oh, wow. Stream Tech Extraordinaire, fixing all the problems.
Okay. And it's best of 5, right?
Best of 5,
okay,
absolutely.
Right
Dayzed and Confused opting to go for Dust Map. Actually, as a small reminder, for anyone who's not familiar with the system of this tournament bracket, and also I believe the championship bracket, we're playing a modified version of the IML system. So the team that loses the first match will get to choose the next stage, Day Night Dusk. The third one will be decided by whichever one hasn't been played yet, and then the fourth one will be decided by whichever team is down in record. And there's a link
in the challenge there. Just as a reminder again, we are doing the bottom quadrant of that bracket that I just posted in chat. Feel free to check it. We are doing rounds 7 and 8 forward. Just the bottom quarter of that bracket is going to be here on blue stage.
It's quite short and quite brutal. Single elim. Any team that has a bye has to win 3 matches, and any team that doesn't has to win 4 to make it into the main tournament.
And when they make it into the main tournament, from there it's double elimination.
Yes.
And that will still be played on these 4 cabinets.
Yes.
Once we get to top 8, we're going to be switching to 1 cabinet over at Siren Theater.
I believe that is the plan. Yes.
Right on. How exciting! How exciting! So again, we've got these 2 teams. It looks like they're talking strats. They're going to be getting into the game shortly.
I think there are some complaints about this cab and the lag that's presented on it.
We did have some hardware issues. That's a rough time.
Felix has done excellent work on this cab, actually, and from where it was this morning, it is infinitely better, but still not great. Oh, yes, excellent. Now they
What's
can
going
see
on,
us.
guys?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to me fixing my hair.
There it is. Looks perfect.
Oh, stop it. Thank you.
Damish, right?
Damish, yes.
Done.
Yes. Hello,
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, have we not met?
We haven't met, no.
You seem so... Well,
there
nice
it
to
is.
meet you.
Yeah. You're seeing the First time ever meeting between Clarkson and Damish.
Yeah, we'll see what the TO decides. Speaking with Lev earlier, it does sort of seem like he's of the same volition that if the cabinet is unfair to play on,
then it should not be played on. I saw that a couple of people had the opinion that some of the games from yesterday should be replayed because of some of the hardware.
yeah,
It's a
and
rough spot.
It's also difficult going through the wildcard, knowing that the seedings were based on records from yesterday, where they may be based on some faulty cabinet issues.
And you have to go up against a tough team coming into it, and you never want to play in a single elimination tournament.
Where there's any variance at all.
Of course.
It is quite a difficult thing, but likewise, it's very difficult to balance, right? The scene puts so much energy and time and blood, sweat and tears and money to come out to a tournament like this, and I can totally understand, from a player's perspective, if that all feels wasted, if there are some issues that are out of your control that are forcing you to play differently from how you've practiced for months and months and months, sometimes years.
Yeah. Without a doubt, I completely agree.
But likewise, from the other side, our tournament organizers and Dylan and Nick and Josh, they also put a lot of effort into making this work. And it is really difficult. There's a lot of moving pieces. Like, each cab is a microcosm of the entire tournament in how many moving pieces there are.
Very much so. Very much so.
So keeping 4 cabs all in sync, all playing the same way, all playing without any lag is... from what we're seeing, it feels next to impossible.
Especially with a community that has such a high... sensitivity to a lot of these issues.
Yeah, I would say a high standard.
High standard, yes,
Yeah.
that's the best way to put it. And because of that, because you have so many hours with one joystick, one button, and one TV, you really start to pick up those differences.
Oh, yeah.
And when you come out here, you want to play your best, and you want to play on the best equipment.
You're totally right.
That is a B shirt. I'm wearing a Frisbee jersey right now. I played on a B-themed team. B-themed Frisbee team for 4 years.
Was that some foreshadowing as to your future?
It was.
Yeah?
I think it was.
Impressive.
And then I happened to have like 9 B-themed jerseys.
Wow.
And I started wearing them to Killer Queen. They were like, "Oh, is that a Killer Queen shirt?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure it is." Yeah.
That is excellent. Yeah, how convenient.
I know, right?
The writer of Clarkson's novel. Really good work there. Took middle school writing, learned about foreshadowing, tried to use it everywhere.
Of course.
So we'll see what the decision is. It looks like TO's taking a look at the lag, trying to see if maybe it's gotten worse as these few games have been played.
From what I understand, what TOs will do, it's up to their discretion to figure out if the hardware is faulty enough to the point where it could affect games.
Yeah.
So we saw one complaint from Little Chomp, so a TO, Lev, is going to be stepping in just to confirm that complaint.
Yeah. That being said, I think I was sort of overhearing what they were saying. It didn't sound like much of a complaint. It sounded more like the concern that it was just unfair to everyone in this pool to be playing a single elim tournament where any amount of variance can really tilt those scales.
That's much better vocab, without a doubt. I completely agree.
Yeah.
How are you doing? When do you play?
We are in this bracket as well, looking to beat Lil Chomp. They're going to be the big bad team that we're all trying to take down.
Okay.
The favorites to get out, but we'll see. They had some excellent games yesterday. They were in quite a difficult pool, I believe, with Team Break and Dylan Lee's team from Portland.
Oh my God, that is rough.
Yeah, it was a hard one, and they just barely didn't make it out. So, yeah, if they were in another pool, who knows? Anything could happen. So, still waiting on this final TO decision on what we're gonna do.
Yep.
The longer this tournament goes, the better, I think.
Yeah, I know, right? So when you're staying in Portland for how long?
Presumably for the next, 5 years to life.
You live here.
I live here now,
I forgot about that. Sorry about that. You work for Amazon.
I work for AWS, yes, exactly.
Excellent. Very cool.
I moved here maybe about 4 months ago from New York City, and it has been incredible.
Nice.
Portland is great. I know it's a meme, but it's like 100% true. If you move to Portland, you'll solve all your problems.
Yes.
It's a great city.
I love the city. It's been so quirky.
Yeah.
I went to a dessert. I'm gonna put restaurant in quotes. It was a dessert restaurant. It was somebody's house with just tables out.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah, that's great.
And have you been into the bathroom there?
No, I haven't.
I don't want to give any spoilers.
Okay.
But I might.
Okay.
Do you think you'll ever end up going there?
Yes.
Okay.
Just say
I don't want to give it.
fine.
Okay. All right.
I'll cover my ears.
So going into the bathroom. You don't have to. Going into the bathroom.
I can't hear you at all.
Going into the bathroom, there's a mannequin sitting. As you open the door to the bathroom, it's in a kayak with its arm crossed, and it's perfectly making eye contact with you as you walk into the bathroom.
Oh, that's excellent.
And you walk in, you're like, oh, sweet, it's here, and it's sitting in the corner, and you're like, oh, I'm sorry. Oh my God, this is so creepy. And then the entire bathroom was like decorated in all these like magazine clip outs.
Oh boy.
It's a good time. Yeah, I would definitely suggest it. And then not only that is it creepy as hell, it's delicious food. I got a mocha fudge cake and I was ecstatic about it.
That sounds incredible. Yeah, food, one of the big things to come out to Portland for outside of, being outside.
Hey, it's lagging pretty bad again. I'm sorry. Nikita's on his way.
Okay, so we have the creator of the game himself, Nick and Josh. The one-man team, Nick and Josh, coming out here to fix this cab.
They're going to be taking a look at the hardware.
Yep.
If you want, I think we're going to switch to the attract screen, and then we'll be able to stretch our legs a little bit.
Yep.
So give us just a little bit. We're going to be muting the mic, and we'll be right back. Thanks so much
with
for
more
sticking with us.
information. Yeah,
right on.
Thanks.
everyone. We're just doing a quick hardware test, I think, letting these teams just kind of get acclimated after we took care of some hardware issues. We gave the machine a reset, we switched out an HDMI cord, and we're going to try to be figuring out if there's still problems. Right now, as is, the problems that we were seeing is that there's some input lag on the cabinets themselves, so every time you press a button, we're not seeing a very responsive button for most of these.
Can you start the stream again?
Yeah. Are they playing? Are they playing right? Hey, Lev. Are they playing right now?
No, they're still on.
All right, right on. So you're seeing a warm-up right now. Little Chomp is up 1-0 against Dayzed and Confused, but after this warm-up, we're going to be getting into the match, and hopefully those hardware issues have resolved themselves. So again, we've got Dayzed and Confused on blue cabs. We've got Little Chomp on gold cabs, trying to get back into this match to wrap up the Wildcard bracket. So getting back into it. Not sure if they're going to be resetting the entire match. That may be the case. I'm going to have to confirm with the tournament organizer. But if we do see them start on day map, then the assumption is that this is a new match. So let's see how it goes.
You want a second person? Yo, you want a second person to come?
Yeah, right on. We got a second commentator coming up to join us. Looks like they are getting into the match.
Yeah.
I've got Josh B.
Yeah.
joining me. How are you, Josh B? Nice to meet
Great.
you.
Nice to meet you. Who are you? Sorry.
Clarkson.
Clarkson. Awesome.
And we are, looks like we are resetting the match.
Wait for a game count? Oh, you already got it. We reset the whole thing.
We are resetting the match right now.
But they not give it away.
As these teams get into day map.
Good. Clear in the snail huddle.
Looks like blue team is just trying to zone out the right side of the map as that snail gets out of the tunnel. They're going to try to pick off some of these warriors as they get their warriors back up.
That's right. Andy's playing very passive right now. I wonder if she's a little concerned about the button still.
I can imagine. I mean, you definitely don't want to take any risks in a single elimination bracket,
sure,
so you want to play as safe as possible.
She wants to get her warriors back up.
Just maintaining that left gate.
Looks like Andy's going for the triple speed warrior and maybe even speed drone.
Could be fun to watch. We do see gold checkers trying to find that snail. Looking for that opportunity, but can't get in there. Blue is doing a good job of zoning out that left column there from the top of the hive all the way down to the bottom.
This Austin team's actually really good.
They were on. I was stream teching for a lot of their games yesterday, and they're very surgical about their play.
Oh wow, yeah. They're much better than I expected. This is crazy.
Andy goes down at the bottom left. She's gonna try to get some of these gates back, get another speed drone up. But that speed gate's gonna be tagged at the top right. Just needs to find a warrior right now.
Looks like left gate should be fine. Now, do you think she should tag that snail or not?
Not yet, not until it's in that column. Normally, as a queen, I always say that's not my job to do stuff like that, but great job from Andy as she gets in and gets out.
I agree with that entirely. Ooh, wow.
Excellent wipe. We want to watch that replay right now as we get into, as Gold starts moving that snail back, but let's watch that wipe. They were able to clear all of those players there.
Full team wipe. Ooh, but look how Blue brought it back. They had all the gates when that wipe happened, so they had a good position to get back up as vanillas. That being said, because they're up vanilla, they're kind of a disadvantage in the warrior skirmishes.
They're just kind of fortressing up as Gold is throwing swords at this fortress blue team on the left-hand side. Great job of zoning out all these angles, all these columns. And we see that snail rider just trying to poke in, stop that snail as much as possible. Ooh. Oh, and Gold goes down on warriors. They are wiped at the moment. They're going to have to get up. And Andy is also going to maintain that snail defense.
Now. Wow, Stripes almost had that kill. That was
great job from this Gold warrior.
Great. This is perfect. That's exactly what Andy wanted.
And now they're able to maintain these gates because they have that snail presence.
Now, do you think that she should be fortressing at snail or she should be tagging speed gates?
I
That's
like
the big question mark here, I think.
I like what these two warriors are doing. She's letting them put the pressure on the queen because she's on last life.
Yep.
So all she's doing is just making sure to tag out all these gates as blue warriors get picked off so that they can put that military presence on. Because that's what will change the tide of a game in day map.
That's right. It's true. Queen being on last changes a lot. The options you have are a lot fewer. Far fewer?
Less?
Very few, many less.
Oh no, Andy turns around at the wrong time.
That was a very weird turn.
Goes down on the edge.
It looked like an accident to me. I don't think she was baiting or anything.
Now it looks like both teams are going to try to play safe. If this snail can get back in the tunnel, I could imagine this game definitively going to famine.
This could be over right here. These warriors are trapping this queen pretty well. No. Good outs, good J dives.
Able to get out, gets that speed gate. Now, do you think these teams need to start preparing for famine? They need to start getting just a ton of speed warriors up, going stingers out. What's your opinion about getting close to famine?
I think right now they need to go full gate control. They just wiped all the blue warriors. I think Andy needs to stay in the middle of the map, personally. Right now they're going to let warriors up for free, though.
And they're able to get one up from the right.
I think checks should be getting speed, probably. Gold checks. But I think Andy has her set up, what she's looking for. I know that Brian typically on Gold Stripes is typically playing vanilla. Oh, the kill death's all broken, I guess.
Yeah, we were able to get that at the bottom of your screen for Dayzed and Confused and Little Chomp. At the bottom of the webcams, you can see the kill death from each player.
I was looking pretty Dayzed and Confused when I looked at how wrong they were.
Gold Queen almost goes down, but is able to opt out at the last second.
All right. So I'm expecting Scott to get this last queen kill here on Gold Abs.
This is going to be tough for Blue Queen on the left side.
We're getting close to famine, but I think that there's too many berries left at this point.
An unfortunate bump. That warrior was not able to get that kill.
Yeah, unfortunately both the warriors were in the same spot. They both dipped to block the drone forming.
We may see a pinch here. Doesn't happen. Andy playing safe.
I like the safe play. I don't think Andy should be going for anything.
Especially
I think
with
really her warriors
up.
should be going down, but they need to be communicating that because all three of them shouldn't be going down like that.
And just to do a quick berry count, from my count, I see 5 berries left on the map.
I think there's 6. 3
6,
are being
there is a
held.
6th.
Yeah. I always like the berry counting though. That was crazy.
Almost gets a warrior pick there. Isn't able to get it. Wish I would have seen that drone just hold on left gate.
Yeah.
Can they get up here on left gate?
Brian's dead. Do you think it's actually a tactical death? No. He should be getting up speed now, though. I don't like this vanilla up at all. They're clearing. They're doing a good job of guarding these gates while Andy hasn't tagged them.
Trying to get that second warrior up. Can't take it.
I don't know if I like the 50-50 in mid there. Look, they have a
see a
huge
pinch
advantage
here. Blue Queen able to take down the warrior.
That's perfectly fine for gold, actually, as long as it's otherwise.
An unfortunate dive. Again, that is not the Queen's job as she gets into a precarious situation. We're going to see that last death at the bottom right side of your
The
screen.
Queen was playing great for a really long time. It's hard to have that many speed warriors attacking you and not eventually make an error. So
I understand that she needed to clear the snail, but
Oh, her drone bumped him away.
that is rough. That is very rough.
The drone bump confused him. It's frustrating.
So Lil Chomp takes it 1-0 against Dayzed and Confused. This is a best of 5, so the first team to get 3 wins is going to take it in the wild card and continue on through this single elimination bracket.
Oh.
How are you doing? How's your team doing?
We're doing pretty well. We
Yeah?
got first in our group yesterday.
Right on.
We lost. The team we got second, but we dropped fewer games. So I don't know how I feel about that, but
That's exciting.
they're starting. I hear tapping.
There we are. We're getting into Dusk map.
Dusk
It looks
map.
like Dayzed and Confused chose the next map, and they
Loser
chose
picks,
Dusk.
right?
Loser does pick, yes.
So you have to play all 3.
And then if it goes 1-1, we're going to see Night map as the final map for the best of 5.
So gold's getting up more speed warriors than blue right now.
Blue did not have a good opener here.
No.
They've got no berries, no warriors. They finally get 2 up from middle and right side.
Gold's going for 2 berry. Blue needs to pick an objective and like really quick. Maybe they're picking military though. Oh, missed the
That
top
that
area.
can only work. What's going on, Javin?
I'm here to fuck up your day.
Good.
When I fuck up your day, I mean, people are gonna see that. So that's gonna plug in right there.
Okay.
Go ahead and take that. And that's just gonna rest
Got
behind
it.
everything.
Perfect. We're getting the light in here so we can get this commentator's cam
Plugged in.
looking good for you.
And just like rest it behind everything, like down here.
Yeah.
Just down here in that
Yeah. You don't want to just like hang it off.
No, I don't. Nice try though. I see
Okay.
you going, but alright.
Oh!
I got light. Look at you. See, that's why.
Oh my.
Oh, no time stepping out the cab.
Okay. Yeah. Right on.
So that should be just enough.
Why are they
Exciting.
stepping off?
Pretty faces.
Oh no.
Thank you.
Maybe the light confused them. We have more technical difficulties here.
Yeah. It looks like this team just stopped. Let's find out.
I think gold stopped a little bit before.
We put an HDMI or anything?
No. We didn't do anything.
No.
We plugged in a light here.
You plugged in the light? Did that correspond with it flickering on the screen?
I didn't see anything though.
Oh, we didn't see it because we were.
Oh, okay. So yeah, the whole screen is like turned off for a second.
Oh, I'm sure it was the light. Because we plugged it in like right before this game goes to. We
Is
didn't take
it-
it out. Is it fine now?
Yeah, I think so. That's weird. That's really weird.
Yeah,
Sorry,
nothing's unplugged on my end. So we had a quick screen flicker there. I'm not sure if you saw it on stream, but
I'll
the
take all
TV's
the blame for that. It's probably my fault.
I think we're fine personally. We
I have no idea what happened.
still have the stream going up.
We should be
Let's see
good.
with this. Oh, that is bright. Okay.
Should we,
We've got a light here now. I have no idea why that would happen.
some sort of power issues maybe. Interesting.
Thomas, you look different.
The
Yeah, we
instant
went ahead
replay
and.
is really fucking good actually. I love that instant replay.
Oh yeah. The animations are excellent. Really good production quality this time around.
Does it go back 10 seconds, 15 seconds?
I think it's 15. We can mess around with that. I think it
Nice.
needs to be a little bit shorter, but
Yeah. It's always good for the end of the game though. Seeing the last play.
without a doubt, yeah. I don't like to do it as much in the middle, but
Sometimes.
Javin was saying, oh yeah, no, just use it as much as possible. I was like, people still need to see the game, you know?
Yeah, and then you start to wonder like, oh, that team got wiped. Oh, that
It was this right here, right?
yeah.
And where it was just like you just plug this.
We just plugged this in, and this is
Turn that
plugged
light on.
into this strip right here.
Let's try and redo that.
Turn it off and turn it back
Yeah,
on.
just
Wait,
redo that.
let me turn it off first, and I'll just follow the exact same steps. Maybe I bumped it with my knee or something.
Plug it and unplug that outlet that you did earlier.
Yeah, I did it. Nothing happened.
Was it this? Did you turn it on and off the strip? as
No,
well?
no. Just did this. It's possible I bumped this with my knee or something.
Yeah, that might be the case.
It's like very possible. It looks fine now.
Everything's still working on my end.
Yeah, I guess just be very careful.
Yeah. I'll just sit really far back and not fall.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, that's the best guess, right? We got nothing else to go on.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the only thing that corresponds with it.
It really doesn't make any sense. We'll turn this light back on.
Lever, we. I assume we're doing the match.
I think it's fine.
All right.
Collusion!
It looks like we're going to be redoing this match on Dust Map as we had a screen flicker on each of the cabinets. Not 100% certain what
I
happened.
think at least on one of the cabinets.
I personally don't think it was us, but
I'll go ahead and take the blame. If they were behind, it would look really bad. But they were up, so maybe I'm trying to sabotage my own scene. Who knows? Who knows?
Josh B. also from San Francisco. Is that
right.
right?
That's
Yeah,
right,
right on,
yeah.
right on.
Where are you from?
Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Yeah.
How's
New
the scene out
scene, new
there?
scene.
You
It's good.
enjoying
We
it?
get. Yeah. I and another person, we both just bought the cabinet. We own it outright.
nice. Smart.
Yeah.
That's the
So
way to
we're
do
able
it.
to have like a lot of a lot of leeway and say on our league nights. And as a result, we're seeing a ton of people come out. We get 20, 25 people every Wednesday.
That's awesome.
And then we get like 15 out on a Tuesday.
So do you
A
guys
lot of
have
regulars.
like a formal league like Minneapolis and Charlotte do?
We do. We do semi-random teams. As teams play and as teams game wins, we take that data and put it into ELO system.
Yep.
And then we have an algorithm run through and create teams every Wednesday. And after about 15 weeks, we're getting very, very balanced teams out of it, which is surprising. It's the same algorithm that Microsoft uses for Halo matchmaking.
Yep, and chess and
Yeah.
League of Legends. It's actually ELO.
Yeah.
It's a mathematician's last name.
Yeah.
All right, we're getting back into it. Same openers. Let's see if Blue actually does something this time. Oh, nice. Okay, so I think what happened last time is Andy killed the first drone that was running a berry.
I see.
And that's why it looked like nothing was happening.
And they weren't able to get one. I like what Blue is doing here by just putting in that bottom berry. I know a lot of teams, same thing with Gold, I know a lot of teams really prefer to get those top berries. As Blue gets 4 up now. But if you miss a top berry or if you are just a drone and you're having a tough time getting into the hive, just put in those bottom berries, just put it in.
Gold just got wiped and they're pretty rough.
This is unfortunate for San Francisco. Little Chomp is having a hard time maintaining presence, and they're going to have a hard time ledge guarding here too. But Gold does have all of those top berries, so this will make that quite a bit easier.
Let's see if they kick this berry over. Oh no! Wow.
Nice kill from Gold.
All right,
Abs
Gold's
there.
bringing it back. Gold's bringing it back. This is really close now. What they need is to clear their hive. Wow, what a kill. Blue Queen peaked a little bit, which is unfortunate. That looks like another berry going in.
Gold running 2-2. They've got 2
Almost
berries
a miss.
left. Blue
I like
has
this berry kick idea from Blue Abs. Good approach. Okay, that's...
Oh, bounces off the head to get that top berry. That is unfortunate, but Gold is going to be able to shepherd 1 berry in.
One
It's
to one.
1 berry, 1. We're going to need to see this ledge guard. Gold checkers trying to just get a bump, trying to throw in as much confusion as they can.
See if Brian can do this. Brian on
And it
Gold
looks
Abs.
like that hive is
That's
open.
in.
Gold is going to take it
That's great.
for 2-0. Lil Chomp against Dayzed and Confused.
That was a really close game. There's some unfortunate deaths trying to ledge guard by Gold.
Gold was able to bring it back from being wiped. That's surprising and
Crazy.
amazing to do with Blue putting those berries up so quickly. They were not able to take advantage of the wipe and really put military pressure on, probably because they maintained 2-2.
Yeah,
so they couldn't cover all aspects of the map.
I think that's what happened. I think also Gold showed like pretty good mental fortitude there. Sometimes when you're playing from that far behind, you feel like you gotta give up, move on to the next game. Most positions are winnable. A little bit of luck and a lot of skill.
The true of most games, I would say, but there is definitely a lot of very skilled players here coming out to Killer Coin Nationals, Bumblebash 3 here in Portland, Oregon. We're getting into Game 3 on night map.
Let's see what opener Gold's gonna use. It's a lot of berries.
They're nearly flooding these berries. They are flooding these berries now, putting in 4 right away. I saw this.
Gets a queen kill doing it too. That's pretty much the ideal flood opener. And now Andy gets to clear the hive and get more berries in.
It's just bank on your queen and her skill.
Yeah.
Now they're able to get a warrior up, and it looks like it was worth it.
That
It looks
warrior's
like
gonna go straight to ledge guard, I think.
that game theory of running
Ooh, there we
cheese
go.
right at the beginning.
Sometimes it works.
Sometimes it works.
Oh, they almost got another queen kill there. So they're
Nice
clearing
job.
their hive. They got 1 berry runner, 1 ledge, 3
Able to
clears.
get a berry kick in there.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
great.
huge.
And now they cleared
Now
their...
they're just picking off warriors one by one.
All right, so I think what they need to do now is get more people on ledge. Guard the middle route, guard the outside route. If you look at night map, there's kind of 2 spots you're looking to guard. You guard the middle berry pile, kind of where the snail is now, and don't let him go left.
Of course.
And you guard the other side of the map, don't let him go right. As long as you're covering those 2 columns, you should be fine on ledge. Or you can be inside the hive, which is kind of harder. Great
Excellent
kill.
hard stick. I want to catch that instant replay from the middle of the screen. And it looks like they're able to get a military victory. Gold was able to take
Oh,
it.
Abs killed her
but
again.
This
Look at this hard stick.
This hard stick
One
from
more.
Gold Abs.
Oh.
Absolutely amazing.
Can we do replay on top of that and see the end? Let's try it.
We might be able to. If we want to see this this last kill, we might be able to check it.
Ooh. Look at
It's gonna show us the same replay, unfortunately.
1 second. We should probably not use instant replay.
Right on. Done deal.
Alright.
Thanks, Thomas.
It just takes too long. If
Yeah.
it's like a 2 second.
Yeah.
Right on. Sounds like a deal.
We're getting conflicting information.
Absolutely, fair enough. Absolutely awesome game from Gold Team. They were able to take it 3-0 over Dayzed and Confused. Up next, checking the bracket. Our next team is going to be Lakes on Mars versus Berries Are a Choking Hazard.
Ooh, it's gonna be a fun one.
They'll be coming over as we get this game set up. So let's go ahead and enter that information there. Full chomp moving forward.
Nice.
And if you're curious, you can find the link to the challenge, the bracket itself. You can find it at challenge.com/BB3WC in order to see what teams are going to be playing up against one another as they move forward in the single elimination wildcard bracket tournament.
It's a hype wild card. There's so many good teams in here. All right, I'm gonna go get some food.
Right on. Enjoy your food, Josh. Thanks so much for joining me.
Of course. But I will come back.
All right, and after Lakes on Mars and Berries Are a Choking Hazard, looks like we're going to see Flappers and the Dapper Tappers up against the Flying Snails. Flappers and the Dapper Tappers. Quite the tongue twister there, up against the Flying Snails. So it looks like we've got the teams coming over. Not sure which team is which. Give me just a second to ask our tournament organizer to figure out who's going to be playing on which cap. All right, it looks like we do have the correct teams. We're going to see Berries Are a Choking Hazard on Gold Team, and we're going to see Lakes on Mars on Blue Team. If I'm accurate, they're going to get a quick 90-second warm-up in just to get those taps in, and then we're going to see them get into this game. Again, it's going to be a best of 5, so the first team to get 3 wins is going to take it down and move forward in this single elimination bracket challenge. This light that we have now is ultra bright. I'm going to try putting some stuff in front of it. I look like a goddamn ghost. Let's see. They're getting their 90-second warm-up in right now as they just kind of get used to the hardware, make sure that everything's looking good, make sure that they're able to get their taps down. All right, right on. That's quite a bit better. We are here. Welcome, everyone, anyone in chat. We are here for Killer Queen Nationals. The name of the tournament is Bumblebash 3, and we are seeing the greatest teams across the nation come here to test out their skills and hopefully be the greatest Killer Queen team known to man. So let's get into it. Switching on over, showing the teams as they get those warm-ups in. They're just making sure that they are as prepared as possible for these games. Let's head on over to Twitch chat. How's everyone doing out there? Please let me know if there are any sound issues that you would like to see changed. Anything we can do to up the production value here at Bumblebash. We are all ears. We want to make sure to provide the greatest viewing experience for anyone out there that happens to be watching at home. All right, these teams taking their 90-second warm-up. It looks like they're nearing the end of getting those taps in. Due to the hardware issues that we were seeing on Blue Stage, we wanted to make sure that input lag is gone, making sure that everyone feels as comfortable as possible, because in a single elimination tournament it can be rough. You really got to make sure that you're playing at your best, make sure that there are no outside factors that will cause you to possibly drop a J dive or drop a flap. We want to make sure that everything is running smoothly and have these games be as exciting as possible. What's going on, Sprek? Daniel Spreckman, thanks so much for joining us. Hope everyone out there in Twitch chat is looking good and enjoying the stream. I know that there is a multi-stream that you can check out that should be posted on the Facebook group if you want to see all 4 streams at the same time. And in the chat is the challenge bracket to see the teams. On Blue Cabs, or excuse me, on Blue Stage, we are going to see all of the players that are in the bottom quadrant of that bracket that was just posted in chat. So feel free to follow along, root for your best team as we move through this Wildcard single elimination bracket tournament that will determine the double elimination bracket tournament for later on. All right, we've got the tournament organizer, Lev. He's just giving a rundown to both teams, making sure everyone's ready as we get into these games. Everyone feels as prepared as possible. I was here very late last night. Everyone was on the cabs the entire evening, make sure to get as much practice as in so that they can perform their best here in Portland. So we're getting into day map. We see Berries Are a Choking Hazard on gold team versus Lakes on Mars on blue team. They're going to be running out. We see the Queens meet in the middle. Blue is able to take that middle pressure while gold starts moving the snail to get that early snail. 2 warriors up for each team. Finally gets that third warrior. We see both teams running 3-1 here on day map, which is pretty standard. Gold starts putting pressure on at the bottom of the screen, is almost pinched, but now we may see blue pinched here. You see those warriors really working in conjunction with one another. That's awesome to see from blue as gold team does get wiped. They're going to really have to maintain a gate here, and these warriors are just going to swipe in to keep these drones from getting into any gate possible while blue snail continues to move along. These gold drones are going to be feeding as much as possible until they can get at least 1 warrior up. I would have loved to see these drones still wait there at that left gate. Nice job from Gold Queen, maintaining this gate presence while the warriors just continue to get picked, while the drones and warriors continue to get picked off. But this snail is becoming a problem now. We need to see Gold Team get a warrior up as quick as possible because this queen cannot be split between holding a gate and picking off the snail. It's just not going to be able to work. They do have 2 gates right now, but these drones are getting picked off very easily, so they're not able to wait at a gate. Excellent job from these warriors that are going drone hunting. Another good kill from blue abs there on the left side of your screen. Gold Queen's on last life, and that's solely because we saw Gold Team get wiped at the beginning, and they're having a tough time. They finally get a warrior up. We see that 7-11 line on the right side of your screen as the gold drones were trying to wait, but now Gold Queen is stuck here. That gold skulls that's maintaining the tunnel at the bottom is going to be solely responsible for moving this snail back and making sure that blue isn't able to take it. We might see a pincer here on the left side on the Gold Queen, but she's able to get another warrior up as Gold just takes their time, stays patient, and make sure to start moving that snail back. Start thinking about getting that snail back into the tunnel. Great moves by Gold Queen on the right. And now we see Blue Queen on last. They were able to trade a warrior for a queen, which is always a good trade. Gold Queen is going to start fortressing out blue side, but we might see a pinch here, able to dive out very quickly. That was an excellent job. Gold Queen's going to hang out, go through the wrap, and then fortress up on this right side. Sneaking out, just wants to maintain a gate. Might start looking to pick off warriors, but now it looks like she's just going to try to hold that right gate, get her warriors to do the job of defending the snail and pushing that back. Gold Queen staying patient, letting Gold checkers at the bottom left-hand side keep that snail from winning. They're able to pick off that snail. They're going to start thinking about moving it back, but Blue has done such a good job of zoning Gold Team low. You never want to be low on day map. You always want to be as high as possible and hanging out on that left long ledge that you see Blue Queen on. That's where teams want to hang out, and if Blue controls that, they're going to be able to control the snail movement. But as long as these Gold Warriors are able to sneak into that bottom tunnel, Blue's going to have a hard time getting the snail in the final leg. A couple of Gold Warriors go down. Both Queens playing very safe, trying to just hold a gate, trying to get warriors up as quick as possible. It looks like Gold has not focused on getting a speed gate up at all. All they want to do is just play defensively here. And if they do that, Blue Queen may make a mistake and may poke her head out when she shouldn't. And I really think they're looking for that military victory. Gold Queen finally grabs a speed gate at the top left and is going to hold this bottom left gate. We see drones starting to stack up. Very close kill here. And Blue Queen is playing, was trying to get that J dive, finally gets it in. This is what you want to see. I would love to see Gold Abs hang around the other side, but they do need to focus on getting that snail down. We see a bit of a standstill here as Gold Queen turns around. Unfortunately, couldn't take that one as Lakes on Mars takes the first one from the shuffle kill. Great job by both of these teams. That was a long, hard-fought game. Look at those wings. Excellent wings. We have a ton of people here dressed up in various garb. I saw a pirate-themed team on one of the other cabs. A lot of beautiful people here, a lot of excellent humans. We're getting into night map. How this format works is that the loser of a game is going to be choosing the map. Whatever map they choose, if it goes 1-1, they will then play on the map that was not played. We see Gold opting for Snail here with a berry push at the top. That pushed Blue Queen down. That's an unfortunate death at the very beginning. Blue's going to have a hard time getting these warriors up, and they really need to now that Gold has decided to focus on the Snail. I feel like we're going to see another repeat, but Blue Queen, nice double kill, is just looking for a gate now. All she wants to do is get her warriors to do the job of keeping that snail away from the waterfall. Normally the dangerous spot on night map for a snail to be is just touching that waterfall. Then you see a lot of columns that can be maintained and a lot of columns that can be zoned out. Blue Queen able to get a pick there on the bottom of the screen, and they're starting to move snail back. Blue has one berry up right now. I'm not sure if that was purposeful or if it was kicked in, but they're moving snail back. They may switch to berries. I didn't get a chance to see their opener. Both teams just swiping through the waterfalls, making sure to maintain presence from above at all times and slowly pick off warriors. Looks like Gold has the presence in the middle, and that's what they're going to need in order to get this snail back to the waterfall into their cage. Good movement by Gold Checkers and Gold Abs and Gold Skulls, just maintaining this entire waterfall, keeping warriors out. Triple kill as Gold gets wiped. Their entire team just got wiped. Gold is now going to have to find a gate. We need to see Blue Queen tag all of these gates. Gold does a great job of maintaining the middle. I'm surprised that they're still running the snail here. With Blue having so many warriors, a couple go down. Blue's on last warrior right now, and Gold gets their second warrior up. That snail is in a dangerous spot. Blue starts moving it back. I love seeing Blue Skulls here at the bottom of the screen, just doing, on the right side of the screen, just doing swiping motions through that tunnel to keep Snail away from getting out. A lot of scuffles here on the right side. We see both queens are not on last life, so they may play a little more aggressive than you'll normally see. Great presence from all of these warriors. Many scuffles going on the right. This is where that micro game of Killer Queen comes into play, where all these very quick, hard sticks is going to be what wins a game. These quick pincers, diving motions, and getting to the ceiling as quick as possible when you're in a tight spot. Blue Queen does an amazing job. There was a precarious situation, but now she's going to have to go and find gates while Gold starts moving that snail along. This is going to be tough. As soon as that snail is moving that, I think that's going to do it as they get nearly a family portrait in. Gold takes it. Berries are a choking hazard. Takes it 1-1. So now they're going to play the map that has not been played yet. They're going to play on Dusk map. And I'm not sure if both of these teams are going to go for Snail. It's very surprising to see teams go for Snail on Night map. It's the most conducive of berries. However, we could see anything for Dusk map. A lot of players have a lot of different strategies for this map, as it has arguably some of the most variance to it. Both teams ready up. Looks like Gold and Blue both get a speed. We see Blue trying to maintain this middle presence. My assumption is that both teams are going to be running berries now, and we should see 3-1 from both teams. Gold now having the upper hand. Surprising that Blue sent 2 drones to the middle, and then they lost that presence. Gold's going to want to see a drone hop out, get on that snail immediately, because now they control the tunnel. Almost had a queen kill there, but they were able to defend it. 1 warrior each for each team. Gold Abs just doing their work, making sure to maintain, get out. Those warriors, Blue Abs gets that double kill at the bottom of the screen. So Blue with 3 warriors here. That's going to be very helpful as Gold tries to get 2 more of their warriors up. They are moving the snail along, so they have that objective presence. Gold Queen goes down in a kill through the wrap. Blue team finally having the snail, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to hold it for long, as one of the warriors gets pinched. Blue Queen comes in a surprising kill. I don't know if I personally would have done that, but she's able to sneak out and maintain a gate so that she can get her warriors up. Blue has 1 warrior right now. Blue Checkers on the right side of the screen, who's probably going to go down and try to clear that snail. Gold Queen coming in. I like how defensive Gold Queen is playing here. All she's doing is letting her speed warriors do the work, and Gold has a lot of speed warriors. Every single time they go down, they go straight back up to Speed Warrior. It looks like they try to get 1 Vanilla Warrior if they're ahead. So this entire match has just been a standstill. I've got a feeling that we're going to be going to Famine, as Snail has not been able to get into a tunnel yet. We've just seen it move back and forth in the middle. But Blue finally has control over it as Gold Checkers comes down and wipes it out, but goes down. Gold team wiped here. All they're trying to do is get a warrior up. Gold queen having one less life than blue. Doesn't want to lose that last life. Only going for a gate could make things very difficult for her. She's able to get a warrior up on the left side, and it now looks like they're going to be able to maintain this right gate, hopefully. She's able to kill a warrior. Very good. And she's just going to come through the wrap, trying to get her drones up. Letting the drones and warriors do the work that she shouldn't have to be doing. But now she may have to have that presence on the snail because it has moved entirely way too far. As soon as it's past that first lip, that's when you have to start worrying. That entire open area at the bottom left and bottom right side of the screen is not a good place to be. It's just too much open space, and you don't want to see queens hang out there. Gold Queen is on her last life now, so this will make things difficult. Gold Warriors are really going to have to make sure to stay up so that they can do the job of the Queen, because she's not going to be able to get that defensive pressure on the snail as it continues to move towards blue goal. Blue snail touching the net now, but it looks like they're going to be able to clear it out. Blue Queen coming in. You don't want to see Blue Queen have that right hand position. Should not have let her lip in. And blue wins that second game, Lakes on Mars, with the win, taking out the queen. Berries are a choking hazard, are on their tournament point. What's up?
I want to let you know flying snails are going to be on blue.
Thank you so much, that's excellent. So I just got word from the TO that with the flying snails and the next team that will be up, just letting me know which team that they're going to be on. So Berries Are a Choking Hazard are on tournament point right now. This is a single elimination wildcard tournament that we're running through. It should be 10 games in a row. We've already had 2 matches happen. And if any team loses a match, they are knocked out. These teams are competing to enter the double elimination bracket that will happen later this afternoon. We see Night Map here. Again, both teams really opting for Snail. Both of them have such a military presence. Blue able to get one Speed Warrior up on the left side. Gold finally getting their Speed Warrior up at the bottom right gate. Love this fortress that blue is doing in the middle. They're going to be able to pick off warriors just like they did, taking it one at a time, and then they can systematically move the snail towards the waterfall. As soon as they can get to that waterfall, then they have to start thinking about a new way to set up a fortress. Blue clears out, just trying to maintain gates because gold was cleared there for a second, or excuse me, wiped. But now gold is going to be doing the same thing, trying to maintain this fortress in the middle. One warrior goes down. Gold Queen taking her position at the top middle, moving out, letting the warriors do the work. Now she has to start thinking about getting a gate because these gold warriors are getting killed just from trying to move this snail back into the rope. Nice kill from Gold Abs there in the middle of the map. As Gold starts getting their warriors up, they need to start thinking about wrapping through the top and picking off these warriors, because they are not going to be able to move that snail back with this military presence on the left side of the screen that you see. Nice kill, Blue Queen on her last life. We may see this match end on a 3-1 victory for Blue, with that snail being so close, but with Blue Queen on her last life, this could be a problem. She's really going to have to rely on the warriors to move that snail out of the tunnel and into the gate. I like what Gold Skulls is doing here, taking that tunnel so that Gold has a chance to move it out. Oh, however, Blue Abs does go down on the left side of the screen. They're just trading lives back and forth on the left side, really focusing on that snail. As Blue Queen, all she's doing is going through, tagging gates, letting her team do the work. That snail is in the tunnel. It looks like they're going to be able to get this snail in if they can get a drone on that. It needs to move one frame, and they bop it out. Lakes on Mars with the win. Congratulations to Lakes on Mars winning that game against Berries Are a Choking Hazard. So congratulations to both of those teams. Josh B is not with me. I'm Clarkson here. We're at Killer Queen Nationals in Portland, Oregon. We're having a wonderful time here. We're at ground control right now. We are on the blue stage. We have a Wildcard bracket tournament going on, and we are seeing these teams duke it out to get out of the Wildcard game. It looks like we're going to see Cody there on Gold Cavs, just kind of playing around, making sure to get these practice sets in. But our next game that you're going to see is the Flying Snails on Blue Cab and Flappers and the Dapper Tappers on Gold Cabs. Again, you can check out that wildcard bracket. I'll be sure to post it in chat, but it can be found at challenge.com/bb3wc. Alright, y'all, give me just a second to go ahead and update the challenge bracket, make sure that everything's good on my end. After looking at the bracket, just checking, after the Flying Snails and Flappers, we're going to see East Coast Snailers and Fleur de Bees playing up next. Alright, we're taking a half second to restart the machine. We're making sure to do that after every match. We did see some complaints about input lag, so we're just taking a half second to turn the machine off, turn it back on. It is a computer. That's the best way to go about these things, is to just give it the old reset. So hopefully we'll see that input lag go away. We're making sure to reset it after each match to give these cabinets or give these teams the best opportunity to bring it forward. So the cabs just need to be reset after each match because after about like half an hour or so, we're starting to see input lag from one of the TVs. All right, right on. So after a quick reset, we're going to get a warm-up match from both of these teams. Just checking to make sure we don't want to see any hardware be the fault of why a team wins or loses, or why a queen can't get a J-dive in, or why a warrior can't stick. You never want to see the hardware be the reason for these things. And that is the nature of esports. This is a digital medium for these mental athletes taking it in Killer Queen. Sorry, just a second. For Killer Queen players. And I would say the standard for a lot of these Killer Queen players is so high, which is excellent to see. It's a group of very dedicated people. It's people that are very invested in the community and want to see the most from their tournament play, see the most from Killer Queen Nationals here in Portland, Oregon. So give us just a half second. I'm gonna go ahead and mute the mic. We're gonna switch over to a splash screen as we get these cabinets back up and rolling. All right, everyone. Just to give you an update regarding the status of the cabinets here on Blue Stage, we are going to be trying to get these repaired because of the input lag. We're going to try to get them back up for double elimination bracket. So we're going to have the teams that are here move over to a different stage, and you can tune into those teams on a different stream. I'm going to be keeping the stream up, but it'll still be on the track loop, so feel free to tune in a couple of hours. Myself personally, I'm going to head over to Red Stage and try to continue broadcasting as much as possible, so I'll have the Twitch link where I personally will be up for you shortly. All right, catch you guys later.